Welcome back students in our new video with our continuation subject Civics Standard 7th. Chapter number 4 Fundamental Rights Part 1. This is our second video of this lesson. In previous module we have seen right to equality. But in this video we will be learning with our second point, right to liberty means freedom. So let's start to this first paragraph. This is a very important right given by the Constitution. It gives a guarantee of all the freedoms necessary from the point of view of the individual. As Indian citizens, we have the right to freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peaceably, freedom to form associations or unions, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India, freedom to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, freedom to practice any lawful profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business of one's choice. Broadly speaking, about liberty means it is the ability to do as one pleases. Okay, so it is a synonym for the word freedom. In modern politics, liberty is the state of being free within society from control or oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. In philosophy, liberty involves free will as concentrated with determinism. Liberty is freedom from the effects of sin, spiritual servitude. Servitude means the state of being a slave or completely subject to someone more powerful. Okay, so it is a servitude. Worldly ties. Sometimes liberty is differentiated from freedom by using the word freedom primarily, if not exclusively, to mean the ability to do as one wills and what one has the power to do, and using the word liberty to mean the absence of arbitrary restraints, taking into account the rights of all involved. In this sense, the exercise of liberty is subject to capability and limited by the rights of others. Thus, liberty entails the responsible use of freedom under the rule of law without depriving anyone else of their freedom. Freedom is more broad in that it represents a total lack of restraint or the unrestrained ability to fulfill one's desires. For example, we will see one example. A person can have the freedom to murder but not have the liberty to murder, as the latter example deprives others of their right not to be harmed. Liberty can be taken away as a form of punishment. In many countries, people can be deprived of their liberty if they are convicted of criminal acts. See, once again I will tell you, right to freedom is one of the most fundamental rights. assured by the Indian Constitution. It is because of the prevalence of these freedoms that make democracy purposeful. Right to freedom generates liberty of expression and speech, association or assembly or cooperatives, movement, right to practice any occupation or profession, right to liberty and life, protection and offences against detention and arrest in many cases. Per Indian Constitution's 44th Amendment. Amendment means what? Changes. Okay. So the right to hold and dispose of the property has been removed from the list of fundamental freedoms in the year 1978. Okay, now we will discuss right to freedom consists of four main laws. Okay, now let me explain you. The right to freedom to the citizens of getting assembled anywhere in India without carrying weapons or arms along with them. Reasonable restrictions are being imposed by the state for the integrity and sovereignty of India and in order for the safety and protection of the public. Okay, the right to freedom of speech and expression. That point was there. Are you remembering this point? Okay, let me explain you. The right to freedom of speech and expression, on which some restrictions are being executed by the government of India. The freedom to form cooperative societies, associations or unions. Some restrictions are being imposed by the government for the morality and sovereignty of India and for the interest of people order. The freedom to settle down and reside in any state of India. In that also there are some restrictions in order for the protection of the tribal people. Also, there are limitations on the people moving and settling down in Jammu and Kashmir as they have a different constitution. As per the article number 370 of Indian Constitution, only those people who had ancestral citizenship, means whose ancestors used to reside there before 1954, have the citizenship and not for the other state's person. And even not to the women of Jammu Kashmir who marry a person who is not a citizen of Jammu and Kashmir. The freedom to travel to any part of India, but in order to control epidemics, reasonable restrictions can be implemented on this right for public safety. The freedom to practice any occupation or profession of other choice according to which citizens of India can opt for any career they want to go. Even though the state may enforce limitations on the exercise of the right to freedom of speech and expression on 8 grounds. Okay, so these are denouncement. Second, disrespect of court. Third, decency or morality. Fourth, security of the state. Fifth, friendly relations with other states. Sixth, agitation of offense. And seventh, sovereignty. And eighth, integrity of India. Right to freedom during national emergency under Article 19 of the Indian Constitution. Right to freedom gets deferred during the timeline of national emergency, which is normally declared by the President of India. Additionally, during the operational period of national emergency, the President is empowered to suspend the right of citizens to move the Supreme Court for the enforcement of their personal freedom. So, this is covered in Article 19 to Article 22 with the view of guaranteeing individual rights that were considered vital by the farmers of the Constitution. And these articles also include certain restrictions that may be imposed by the state on individual liberty under specified conditions. Article 19 guarantees 6 freedoms in the nature of civil rights, which are available only to citizens of India. Just now we have read that in the paragraph. First, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of assembly without arms, freedom of association, freedom of movement throughout the territory of our country, freedom to reside and settle in any part of the country of India, and freedom to practice any profession. All these freedoms are subject to reasonable restrictions that may be imposed on them by the state, listed under Article 19 itself. The grounds for imposing these restrictions vary according to the freedom sought to be restricted and include national security, public order, decency and morality, contempt of court, incitement to offense, and defamation. The state is also empowered in the interests of the general public to nationalize any trade, industry, or service to the exclusion of the citizens. Okay, so here we have completed right to liberty. I hope you have understood. Thank you.